All right. Hi, everyone. Make sure you have internet connection. Down here, there might be some problems, so we're supposed to use that guest network. If you don't get, you should get like temporary internet access to get email with the credentials. If you don't, you need to get upstairs, connect to the other network, and get the email. Yeah. You can scan or, go to this address and assign yourself, write your initials or something to the VM you would like to work on. Yeah, we have still, I think, few minutes, or we should start. Yeah, the password is the one on the board. If I don't know if everyone can see it, it's dem open infras 2025. Yeah. And the username is Ubuntu. I'll hand you over to Michal.
Yeah. Hello. Welcome on the Kolla Ansible workshop. My name is Michal Nasiadka. I'm the Kolla project team lead, and together with my colleague Jakub, we will walk you through a very simple deployment using Kolla Ansible. Basically, we have one question: who has ever used Kolla Ansible to deploy a cloud? Okay, so this session might be very basic for you, but still, it's like we have 1 hour and a half to go through through some simple steps of deploying core services, which can be used to deploy an OpenStack instance virtual machine, right? And then we can try to complicate things further if you all are ready before the end of 90 minutes that we have. Yeah, for all that have come a bit later than Jakub was explaining, here's the link to the Etherpad. There's a list of virtual machines that you can use. Please assign, I don't know, your name in a comment beside the VM name. Yeah, and you can use SSH to log in to the chosen virtual machine. This is the password, dem open infras 2025 with an exclamation mark. Yeah, and the username is Ubuntu. Jakub, maybe just write username Ubuntu on the top.
All right.
So.
All right.
I think we can keep them until the evening, because tomorrow there's another workshop that's called Universe from Nothing that will be based on Kyobi. So we'll include some more steps in like doing configuration of a host, including like networking and other things. And Kyobi also uses Kolla Ansible to deploy OpenStack. So yes, they will be available until evening or early morning tomorrow. Right, Jakub?
Do I need the very latest Kolla Ansible CLI or with all the versions?
No worries, you will install everything along the way. So.
Thomas wants to be the first one exiting, right?
All right. Yeah, just follow the guide.
Is version 19 okay?
19 is from master. It's the one from PyPy, latest one. Yeah. That should be fine. So it's epoxy or flamingo. Okay, everyone logged in? Anybody has problems logging in? Okay, let's wait a couple of minutes. Hmm? epoxy would be better a bit. Okay then, who's ready to go? Hands up. Okay, who's not ready? Okay, let's wait.
Yeah, let me repaste.
Yes.
Just a
Jakub,
second,
you
I'm
can
doing
show.
it.
Can
I'm
you show
doing
the URL?
I'm doing it. Just a
Yeah,
sec.
you can. Yeah,
Ah.
just make it bigger.
Yeah,
Change it to heading 1 or something. Yeah,
exactly.
that's the URL.
Jesus.
Okay, who is not ready yet? Okay. I know accessing internet here is complicated. Well, choose a VM and yes, just to log in, nothing else. Hmm? Just write a name,
Yeah, just write
so
my
other
name.
people see that it's taken, right? Yeah, in the Etherpad, yes.
He can't, I can't write.
Can you refresh?
You know, for me, it's also Etherpad is disconnecting from time to time, so it ceases to work.
Yeah, and try now.
It's a local thing, local network.
Yeah.
Yes?
Can you refresh that on my side?
Yeah, it doesn't seem to work too well in here. Which one you were using? 17. Anyone else using 17?
Okay, should we start? Is anybody not ready? Okay, let's start.
Yeah, but I mean, like presentation.
terminal.
Aha, najpierw czytajcie.
Tak. Przejdźmy najpierw do tego momentu na interfejsie. Safari. I pokaż, że... Okay, so below the name list of VMs, you have some quick start deployment cheat sheet. Yeah, we're going to use the 2025.1 epoxy release, so version 20. To not run into potential master branch issue. So it's an ongoing development branch because Kolla is a cycle trailing project as all the other deployment projects, and we haven't yet released Flamingo. The full quick start docs are available here, but it's like a version adapted to what we will be doing here, right, Jakub?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so yeah, let's run the OS preparation, so to update the operating system and install the required packages.
These two needed to be done as root or as user?
Well, it's sudo, so
Which one? No, you can do it as your user. Anything that we do as root is we're using sudo. So yeah, it's all right. You just create a VM and install on your own user account. Oh Jesus, yeah. Yeah, it's not my laptop. Sorry about that. And of course I have remapped half the buttons, so
Task for a previous file
yeah. Please wait until Jakub gets there. He'll probably have the same problem.
all right. So after installing some prerequisites, we'll just add some Ansible configuration to speed things up later on. Mostly turning up the fork amounts and disabling host key checking. And then we will, just a second. And then we'll create a separate virtual environment in which we'll install the Kolla itself. We'll be using epoxy. So here's the virtual environment, sourcing it, updating pip, and installing Kolla from the Git. Oh, that's interesting. Someone broke our presentation.
Oh, just yeah, the ink line on the
This one.
yeah, but there was something else.
Nice. Thanks, guys.
I think it was keep up, right?
Yeah, but I think you can undo.
Yeah, pip minus will give you
Just a second.
it's okay,
Yeah.
the normal
Oh, it was just yeah, pip upgrade. All right, all right. Thanks.
You can undo other people.
I can undo other people edits.
Yeah.
Yeah, you learn all the time. All right. Please don't break anything else. All right. So the next thing, yeah, we'll make a directory for the Kolla configuration and copy the examples. You get the examples with the Kolla, as you can see. So we will copy the example configuration that we'll be using. All right, we should have everything in here. Let me double check. Yeah, those are basically like two files. One is the global configuration for Kolla, and the other are secrets which we will regenerate later on. And the last thing that we need to copy is the inventory file that we'll be using. And for this, we are following the quick start guide. Most useful, I guess, for like development or testing stuff. So it deploys all the components in one server, one VM. So we get all of the components deployed in one place to test them. Okay, yeah, we have our inventory, that's all right. So with the inventory and configuration in place, we need to install the dependencies for Kolla from the Ansible Galaxy.
Okay, all of the dependencies installed.
All right. All right, and yeah.
Wait a moment, Jakub. Anybody has any problems? Everything works? Good.
Yeah, you need to connect to the guest network, which is fun times because it will ask you to for your mail to send you the credentials. Then you might not be able to receive this mail, so you need to get up, connect to the old Wi-Fi, and receive the mail. I know that for some, the temporary access through the guest network worked.
Yeah, it was working
Yeah.
for me, but not for you. So you had
I
to
had to go upstairs and connect to Open Infra Summit Wi-Fi, receive the email, and use the credentials, reconnecting back.
The Open Infra Foundation staff told us that the Open Infra Wi-Fi should work on the top of that room, but not on the bottom.
All right, so in this simplified, let's say, deployment, we need to add a dummy interface that will be used for external interface for Neutron. We'll be using it later on. So right now, just add the dummy interface. Is it there? Yeah, it's there. And now we'll generate random passwords, which will be saved in the passwords file that you've seen before. Yeah, it will be something like that. So we have all the passwords generated for services, keys, and so on. Basically, all the secrets in here. All right. So now we have to define our configuration in the globals file. In this case, we will be making just small changes. Where do you have like? Let's see. All right. So really sorry, that's not my laptop, as I didn't take my adapter. All right.
And you have remapped half of your keyboard to match what you have on Windows, so yes.
Yeah. All right, so we'll be switching the distribution to Ubuntu.
Because the default is Rocky.
We'll switch release to epoxy as the default is master, and we do not want to deal on a workshop with changes currently in progress.
The Everbat says 2025.
Yeah, 2025.1.
Yeah, obviously, and I also wrote in.
Also in the
I really don't like this new. I like to have like proper names, nothing. Right, right. It was nice.
Also, it says virtual env. I don't see it in the file.
Yeah, yeah. It's
not
not
in
in
the
the file.
file.
It's a surprise, which took me quite a bit when I was doing it for the first time, and I still need to update the quick start. Sorry about that. I mean, like the proper quick start in upstream.
So I should write.
Yeah, you need to add another variable, otherwise the prechecks will fail because
At the end of the file, it's okay.
Yeah,
wherever it doesn't matter. Yeah, without this, the later on prechecks will fail because we will not have Docker, and if you install Docker, it will fail on the another things. So, all right. What else? What else? Network interface.
Can you explain what you're doing now?
Yeah, I'm disabling HA proxy to not deal with VIP.
Yeah, and proxy SQL, because we would need to like create another port in OVH cloud just to have a separate IP. So it's easier just to disable HA proxy and proxy SQL since we only have a single node deployment. So it wouldn't really serve its purpose.
This one we don't have in the example, so we need to add, for example, at the end. Otherwise, the prerequisites will be installed outside of the virtual environment. All right. And this one, each of us needs to have separate this, use the external IP address of your VM for that. All right. Is everyone there? Okay, okay.
Anybody not there?
No, if anyone would, he wouldn't probably say it. All right, we should be ready. Let's install the prerequisites like Docker. All right, so with the prerequisites in place, we can run prechecks that will check if we're missing something for the deployment. So the things like, for example, that missing Docker or dbus that would fail our pre-checks.
Yeah, missing packages, ports that are occupied by some other services and other things. We check a lot of this, but probably not everything.
And with this passing, we can run the actual deployment. Yeah, this will take a moment.
Yeah, yes. While the deploy command is running, I'll just go through some like project history and onboarding presentation. Yeah, that one. So yes, what does Kolla do? So Kolla project was started with a mission to provide production-ready containers and deployment tools, well, opinionated deployment tools for operating OpenStack clouds. Yeah. So, project background. So it was founded during the Kilo release of OpenStack, and it was like an official part of the OpenStack governance and Liberty cycle. So that's like, yeah, 2016. Yeah, we have diverse contributor and user base. So it's like, you can see that we had like probably on average around 130 to 150 contributors during cycles when people started using that. In the train release, we added a new deliverable that's called KOB. Yeah. Yeah, as you can see, yeah, in Bobcat we had 213 contributors. I don't know how that happened, but it did. So a lot of our contributors are really like operators that come in, like raise bugs, send emails on the mailing list, publish fixes. It's like 1, 2, or 3 commits during a cycle. So we have a lot of contributors, but it's like it's not high volume contributors, right? So we have that 4 repositories as deliverables of the Kolla program, let's say. So the first one is Ansible collection Kolla. So these are Ansible roles that are shared between Kolla Ansible and KOB. And it's mainly Bootstrap related tooling. So when you run Bootstrap servers, it runs majority of the roles from Ansible collection Kolla. Yeah. So in OpenStack, there's the Kolla repository, which produces Docker and Podman container images for OpenStack and supporting services like all infrastructure-related services, MariaDB, RabbitMQ, and a lot of others. And there's also KOB. So it deploys containerized OpenStack using Kolla Ansible to bare metal. So it does host operating system provisioning using a Bifrost project from the Ironic program. It configures, for example, storage like LVM, logical volumes, file systems, and so on, networking. Yeah, also physical switches can be configured using KOB, and then does the OpenStack deployment using Kolla Ansible. The name comes from KOB, so Kolla on Bifrost or bare metal. Are there any KOB users here? Okay, 2. Fantastic. Big user base. Yes. So what if you would like to contribute to Kolla Ansible? So basically, we need your help because Kolla is a community project. It's like it's maintained by operators. The review bandwidth of core team, currently 4 active members, is limited. No one is full-time in that. There are some like 10 plus less frequent contributors, but they still are let's say deliver at least 10, 20 or 30 patches per cycle. It has enough momentum to survive, but it needs more help to thrive. Yeah. There are many ways you can help. It's like it depends on your skill set, availability, interests, and so on. So in open source projects and OpenStack projects, a contribution can be anything which helps the project to accomplish its mission. So it can be code contribution, it can be testing, it can be documentation, it can be requirements gathering, bug reporting, sending emails asking, asking questions on the OpenStack Discuss mailing list, resolving like other people's queries, and so forth. Yeah, so just getting started, that's great. So you can try out the all-in-one environment, which we're trying out right now, right? Then you can do a multi-node install or like on a couple of servers that you have, or a couple VMs in your existing, I don't know, VMware, OpenStack, whatever, right?
There's actually also like example for multi-node deployment, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Inventory and you go.
Yes, there's an example in the docs, yes. Yeah, try going off the beaten track, like enable some service that is not in the core OpenStack services that we by default deploy, like, I don't know, Octavia, Masakari, and other things. If you need help, come in IRC on OpenStack Kolla channel on OFTC IRC network and just ask for help. Yes, basically, majority of the contributors and reviewers are located in the European time zone. So if it's 2 a.m. in Europe, just, I don't know, try again another day or just wait. Yeah, if there's documentation out of date, raise a bug or propose a fix to that documentation. We are happy to help with any contribution. Yeah, so running a cloud deployed using Kolla, no time for regular contribution, no problem. If you find a bug, just report it on Launchpad, right? Providing as much information as possible. We'll try to triage it. We'll try to help. If you fix the bug, you can propose the fix through Gerrit, but if that's complicated for you, you don't know Gerrit, you don't want to spend time knowing Gerrit, I don't know, some other excuse, you can ask someone else to do that. You can just upload the fix, like a patch to the Launchpad bug, and we can just pick it up and merge it, right? Yeah, if you added a feature downstream as well, propose it using Gerrit. If you have no time, create a Launchpad bug, just tag it as an RFE, dump the code in it.
Because, you know, Kolla is actively used by, I would say, many production deployments, actually, but a lot of people, you know, they are just, if they encounter anything, they are just, you know, fixing it downstream or adding features downstream, and yeah, we can always use a help.
Yeah, so if you have time reviewing other people's patches, right? So consider watching for new patches in Gerrit, review those in areas you use and or understand. And we basically value quality over quantity. So it's like if you find 100 patches that look okay and you just do +1 without any comment, that's sort of, well, if you tested that on your environment, it has value, right? So it's like if you add a comment, I tested it, works fine, and do +1, that's value, right? +1 without any comment, that's like average value, right? Unless you have been reviewing other patches, and we know that you're like an active member of the community, so then your +1,
Like
yeah.
75%.
Yes, yes. That's what I wanted to say, yeah. Subscribe to Launchpad and, well, we don't use Storyboard anymore. So there's Kolla Ansible, and Kyobi in Launchpad bug tracker. Yeah, you can monitor for issues in areas you use and or understand. You can join IRC, ask about, I don't know, a particular bug. Maybe we have some feedback, maybe we haven't seen it yet. Yeah. Yeah, attend weekly meetings. So it's sort of, I think, 15 UTC on Wednesdays. You can check that on meetings.opendev.org. We host the meetings in the regular OpenStack Kolla channel, so it's hard to miss. Subscribe to OpenStack Discuss mailing lists. If you have questions about Kolla, we usually add Kolla tag in the subject, so you just start the mail with Kolla something. Yeah. End of October, all the project teams are organizing project teams gathering. We'll have a virtual one. Here's Etherpad with a list of discussion topics. We always value any topics anybody can put in there, like features he would like to see, sort of issues that he has, and how we can solve that in the next cycle. Yeah, you can help with testing prior to releases. That's also great help. Yeah, and after all of this, if you want to have core reviewer and have the capacity to do that, core reviewers have ability to approve patches. There are no strict rules for becoming a core, but you need to demonstrate responsibility, understanding, care, reviewing patches, caring for the community and the project, that sort of things, right? Yeah. And there's the project team lead, which is me since Wallaby cycle. So that's a lot of years. Yeah, it's like PTL is elected for each cycle. He needs to be an active contributor to a project. So even if you merge one patch, you can put your name forward if you want to be the PTL. But then you're responsible for the project getting released, reviewing a lot of patches, like basically steering the future of the project, right? Yeah, that's it. Any questions to the onboarding slides? Okay. Yes. I think there's no mention of KOB in the Kolla Ansible docs, but we can always fix that. That you can use KOB for like bootstrapping your servers, right? Configuring network storage and other things, right? Yeah? Good idea, Jakub? Good idea.
Sure.
Yep. Something failed? Can you have a look, Bartosz? Okay. A lot.
Interface,
Basically,
dummy,
what would you be interested in deploying?
network interface, NS3.
So basically, we deploy in a Neutron, but we support Open vSwitch and OVN. So you can configure Neutron to do ML2 OVS, which is the like. Yes.
Just retry.
Yes, Octavia load balancing together with the OVN Octavia provider. Yes. A lot of yes, yes, a lot of exotic projects like Masakari, Venus that is probably not
Just
active anymore, which was the log management stack. But we deploy OpenSearch and FluentD and ship the logs to OpenSearch if you enable centralized logging. Yes. Yeah, basically in the Kolla docs, there's a support matrix. So you can see all the container images that we built. And yeah. And if we build them, then we deploy them in Kolla Ansible. It doesn't mean that all are tested in CI, because we don't really have coverage for everything, but the majority should be tested, right?
The presentation that do we have a presentation somewhere that link to presentation?
To that presentation?
Yes,
Yeah,
onboarding one.
I can put it in the Etherpad in a minute.
Did you add all the settings like interfaces? That one? Okay. Get there, but
So, where were we? Oh, we deployed Kolla.
Maybe let's wait and make sure
All right.
everybody has
All right.
OpenStack. Anybody else got a problem? Does it just work?
At least once. Yes? Git? Yeah, it's always available.
Can I show you something? OSCS. This one.
Okay. Interesting. So is that part of the client or is it your script?
Search for OSCS in Debian.
Okay.
I did a feature part.
Open
Dash
OSCS. OpenStack
claim
claim selector.
Okay.
It just passes your class name.
Okay. Is that somewhere in Wi-Fi or?
In Debian.
No, it uses
No, but like you can search and you will find the gate on the
Ah, okay.
it uses Python and Bash scripts and a fish script actually.
Okay.
Because I'm using it, so I did the part.
Okay. So work with ZSX? ZSX, Michal?
The only thing it does is set up OSCraft.
Okay.
Passing the class at the end.
Okay.
That's
Somebody
Bartosz.
commented.
Hmm?
Some-
Yeah,
see
yeah, I
that
think
comment?
that's Bartosz is working on it.
Moi, je suis dans GM, c'est bon.
Racine Medium COS.
Okay.
C'est quoi le nom de COS.
Okay. So, who has posted that in the chat? That's that problem. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's what Bartosz is working on right now.
When I was running Ansible, it says in red that PariaDB failed. Is that to be expected?
Yes. Yes, it just tries. If it isn't already, yeah, it is.
It's retrying.
You know, you need to have some emotions during it, right? Something's happened.
to take long?
We just didn't disable prerequisites, so there were two steps.
All right.
Yeah, okay.
There is the clean up script nowadays, yeah.
Well, destroy, right?
Destroy.
Yeah, it will clean up everything.
Yeah, so suggest destroy. But yeah, well, the thing, clean up of the
Okay, Jakub, I think you can slowly move forward.
Yeah. All right. All right.
the same. One is
I think most probably a lot of people have
Yeah, a
finished
lot of them
and
have
have a
finished,
Cirrus
yeah.
VM
Yeah,
running,
yeah,
right?
No, I'm just sitting here, chilling. We have time. Yeah. So, with Kolla deployed, we can try using it at some point. So let's install the OpenStack client. Usually I do this in like separate VM, right? In this case, yeah, there's really no need. Let's just install it in our current working virtual environment. And later on we'll run a post-deploy step that generates a bunch of config, and one of them is the clouds YAML file that you can use with the client to access the OpenStack via CLI. Here it is. Let's copy it to our home directory. All right. And at this moment you can actually, well, access the horizon. It will be available on your public IP in here. It should be. We'll see if it is. Jesus, how to? Yeah, I don't use this browser either. So, yeah, it does seem to work. So we have the dashboard available, but if you would log in, you would notice that you don't have anything in OpenStack like networks and so on. So this, for the development testing purposes, the init run once script is the thing to help you, as it will create all the things that you need to spawn a VM, for example. So, thank you. So it will create the images, networks. It will create an SSH key, flavors, and after this step we'll be ready to deploy a VM, Cirrus VM from the image. Let's take a peek at our clouds YAML maybe in the meantime. Yeah, so those are the credentials. You can use the same credentials to access your horizon, your OpenStack dashboard. So this should work for us. Not now. Yeah, here we are. And with this we can spawn our instance. So we are actually following, I think the init run once even told us, yeah, how to spawn your first VM. Yeah. Let's hit it. All right. What again?
Why is there several clouds? I saw Neutron.
This? Yeah, those are like different endpoints for the deployment we just did.
Yes,
in our case, they will be all the same, but usually you would have like.
Yes, you have Kolla admin that uses the public endpoint. If you have internal endpoint, then there's Kolla admin internal. But in our case, we only have public interface, right? Yeah, and the ones that are have system. So this is system scope. So for example, Ironic supports system scope and defaults to that, and well needs to use that. So some of the commands need system scope, like I don't know, listing bare metal nodes, I think, and other things. So that's why there are entries for that use system scope. It's like a special scope inside Keystone for administrative things. It's part of the airbag implementation. Yeah, that's how it is.
Yeah. All right, so we have our demo VM. It would be good to get an access to that. So for this, we need to reconfigure our network a bit on our deployment VM.
So we have an IP address on the external OVS bridge in the external network, so we can use the host networking to connect to the Cirrus VM, right?
Yeah, exactly. The Cirrus is on our demo network, which has a router that connects us to our public WAN network. And so we've just checked what is the gateway address in this public WAN network, and we'll set it on the bridge with this. Yeah, it will work better without typos. All right, let me double check if we have that IP. Yeah, we have this on our external bridge. That's great. So last things, we can create floating IP in public WAN network, and we can attach it to our VM. All right. With this, we should be able to access it. Let me check if it's alive. Yeah, it's alive. And let's try to connect. Yes, here it is. Yeah, so that's all, folks. We should see it in Horizon, do we? Yeah, of course we do.
Yeah, you can even show the networks and other things, right?
Yeah, sure. Here's our both networks, so like both the demo net and public net, and there the demo net is connected with the router to the public net. And here's the floating IP we created in the public net and attached to the demo instance.
Okay. Anybody can't connect to their Cirrus VM? Okay.
Got some problems getting into this my laptop, so I manually putting those comments.
Okay,
But instead of assigning a floating IP, it created another one.
Okay, you can just click here and associate floating IP. And yeah, plus. Yeah. No, it's enough. Allocate IP. It will create one automatically and associate.
Okay.
Now you can see that there's a floating IP. So you can use that to connect, but you need to first. Yeah, you can delete it. And you need to add that address on the bridge, the BR external, right? You probably haven't done that yet, right? Yeah. Okay. So we have like 40 minutes for questions.
Oh my.
You were too fast.
There's first.
I'll give you the microphone so everybody can hear it.
So I tested this out. I tested out this installation in January, and the problem I ran into after all the steps was mainly in the pre-deployment checks. Can you give a just high-level overview of what those checks do, and how you go about troubleshooting that when you get to that point? Because I think at that point it's it's a bit difficult to get the error messages for actually debugging it. But that was in January, so I don't know how much has changed since then.
Do you remember which release were you using? Okay, so basically, first thing is don't use master, right? Because that's the development branch. We break a lot of things there, and we usually fix them before releasing, right? It's like a lot of stuff is like moving around. We're changing a lot of stuff, so yeah, sometimes you don't have the latest images, so that's why deployment breaks. So basically, yeah, we recommend using stable branches. So the pre-checks usually have a message, what is wrong, right? But if it doesn't, yeah, drop by on IRC or raise a bug. We can try to help you. Basically, the best idea is IRC or sending a mail to the OpenStack Discuss mailing list, because, yeah, we're always happy to improve that for users, right? Especially pre-checks should be like meaningful, right? And give you some normal message why it's happening, so you know what needs to be done, right? But yeah, as I said, it's like there's a lot of pre-checks that are doing, like checking if a service is using a port that we would use for something, right? Or some RabbitMQ checks, like hostname checks and other things. So yeah, it's like I thought that we have like good messages for everything, but maybe we don't, right? So yeah, we're happy to accept like feedback, right? Yeah. Anybody else? Any questions? No questions? Okay.
So how do I go on about learning how to design my own Kolla containers? Because it's something I've seen at work, but I've been trying to get into it, but I couldn't really find out how to deep dive into this.
Let me understand. So you would like to build your own containers? Yeah, okay. Yeah, but these are containers that we don't support today, like in addition to that, or you just want to build your own using the Kolla project, right? Something that exists today. Okay, so let me find docs, OpenStack org, Kolla. So. Is it going to open? Sorry, the internet here is, yeah, I don't know. Oh, well, my Wi-Fi stopped working. Fantastic. So basically in the Kolla docs, there's a section on building images. You can also, we have like support for doing template overrides, so you can install additional packages in those containers. I don't know, a different version of things and so on. So yes, basically you can use that to build containers. We also have support for like specifying an additional directory where you have your own images that you want Kolla to build them. I don't know if anybody has used that because we merged that probably, I don't know, last cycle. So in Epoxy, probably. I would check, but I have no internet. Yeah, so that's one thing. If it doesn't work, just like every case, send a mail to the mailing list, ask us on IRC, I don't know, raise a bug, but it's like we have lots of bugs raised by people. So it's best to use that first two modes of communication, right? And yeah, we'll try to help you, right? Okay, yeah. So we're happy to help. Okay. Any other questions? No. So we have CI jobs that are running upgrades from one release to another. It's like it's normal thing on every patch set. We're testing upgrade, right? In different scenarios like Ironic and some other services. So basically the coverage is there. We also test slurp upgrades. So for example, between, I don't know, Caracal and Epoxy, you can do the skip level upgrade, and we're also testing that in the CI. So it all should work. Yes, you can. Yes, yes, you can rerun it. It won't continue. It will start from the beginning, but everything is idempotent. So if services don't need to be restarted or something like that, it will go a bit faster, right? There is a chance you hit a bug and it's like it will fail second time or third time, right? So then probably yes, raise a bug, raise our awareness of that bug, right? So we can try to fix it, or if you know the fix, you've seen the presentation, right? What to do. So basically, yes, but it should, well, it is safe to just rerun, upgrade or deploy, and it's fine. Well, it's no destroy. It's just all the whole workflow of upgrade or deploy is starting from the beginning, but still it's like if it was like a transient issue, it will go further, right? If it's a bug, I don't think we've seen a lot of these. Yeah, it's called MariaDB recovery subcommand, yeah, in Kolla Ansible. Yes. Yeah, it will find the node with latest Galera state, and it will just rebootstrap this and then join the other nodes, right? Because that's how Galera works when you shut down all the nodes, right? Yeah. Well, there are sometimes transient issues, like we try to do something through API in OpenSearch and it's not responding because, I don't know, it's busy sometimes or stuck. Yeah. But that's the only case where I've seen that for like a couple of years, right? OpenSearch is written in Java. Okay, anybody else? I think there was somebody with questions. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I just wanted to show you something.
Okay, sure.
It's a question about filters. Is it possible to tweak filters?
Yes. Yes, so basically you can tweak any configuration file in Kolla Ansible. We just merged the template one that is like stock in Kolla Ansible with the changes that you have. There are information in the documentation where should you place the files, but it's like etc Kolla, the subdirectory is called config, and then you can put like nova.conf, neutron.conf, and it will just add that things, yeah. Yes, yeah.
Do you know how long they will keep the instances? How long they will keep the instances up?
So basically, the guys running the tomorrow's AUFN workshop, right, will need to use that project, and I think the limit is 100 VMs. So we could 100
of them, so I can delete 50.
Yeah. So let's do that, and we'll tell the guys that they can remove it before their session, for example, because they only
The remaining 50?
I don't know. We'll see. I can't promise that they will be up. I mean, probably they can be deleted tomorrow morning. If not, we'll just leave it there, and it will be probably deleted by OVH staff after the summit, right? Yep.
So when you have an L3 agent node, it contains
the Neutron Electron agent itself, plus keep alive, okay, and then whenever you need to upgrade that container, how does it work so it doesn't kill keep alive D? Because when you run plain without container, you just upgrade the Neutron L3 agent, and that's fine as long as you have kill mode equal process, which by the way Ubuntu doesn't have, but still in Debian and Red Hat it's fine. So how does it work? Because here I need to restart a container containing all the keep alive D, and
yeah, so basically we've had that problem for a long time, but I think 2 cycles ago we merged a patch which was basically based on the OOO patches when they use Kolla containers. So we run keep alive D processes and other processes in like subsequent containers. So it will create, it's not enabled by default yet, but we will change it in the Flamingo cycle to be the default, right? But then it's like you can do an upgrade or restart the Neutron L3 agent, and all the sub-processes will still stay running and your data plane remains unaffected, right? Yeah.
So it's less of a problem with Flamingo because then you have contract D.
Yeah.
So that you keep HA is fine, but pre-epoxy.
Yes. Yeah, I think it's like that patch has landed somewhere in Dalmatian or epoxy, right? So yes. It's not default, but it's documented in the Neutron guide in Kolla docs, so probably it's easy to find. If it's not, let us know. No problem. Anybody else? Fantastic. So, thank you for coming.